Hey everyone, welcome. It's Naomi, and today I am going to offer you just a little flow practice that is built off of downward facing dog that you can do when you have a little bit more than a minute or 5 minutes, just something that you can do to use downward facing dog as a jumping off point for other similar poses. Okay, so let's start in table pose. Okay, place your hands as wide apart as your shoulders, knees as wide apart as your hips. Just give yourself a little wiggle in your table. You can make some circles. And not even really doing so much of like a full cat-cow yet. But just moving your hips back and forth. And then cat-cow. So you can start with a little bit more of the traditional cat-cow, rounding up through the back of your body, softening your belly and chest forward. You can add more dynamic movement to it so that as you exhale, you can shift your hips back to your heels into child's pose. You can lift up back into table and pull through into a little back bend. And you could even curl your toes under and stretch into downward facing dog. And just do that a few times if you're adding on. Just flow through it once or twice, just to create some more dynamic movement. So the inhale always brings you back to table. It's the exhale that creates the movement, either into child's pose, or into your back bend, or into downward facing dog. Good, and then come on back to your hands and knees. Okay, and all you're going to do here is lift your knees just a few inches away from the floor. Turn your left knee to the right, and you're going to sort of stand on your right leg, and then come on back to center. Turn your right knee to the left, okay, and your knees are good. Both knees are going to go to the left. Okay, then come on back to center, go to the right, come on back to center, go to the left. Okay, now what I want you to notice about this is that I'm not directly over my shoulders. I'm shifted back. Knees go to the right, and then back to center, knees go to the left. And adding on as you take your knees over to the right, lift your right hand up and bring it to your left knee, and then come back to center. Take your knees to the left hand up to your right knee, back to center. Go to the right hand to left knee, back through center, knees to the left hand to your right knee. One more time, to the right, and to the left, and then push back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, inhale forward into plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Okay, again, inhale forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale forward into plank. And exhale back, downward facing dog. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Come on into a forward bend. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Now, bend your knees, lower your hips, and reach your arms forward. Okay, you don't have to worry about reaching them all the way up. We'll get there. Go forward. Okay? And then round back a little bit into the back of your body. And bring your right hand to your left knee, left arm behind you. So you're just opening out. Okay, come on back through center, left hand to right knee, right arm behind you. Okay, back to center, arms forward, and fold. Okay, take a full breath in. Full breath out, bend your knees again. Arms forward. This time, see if you can stretch them up and then lower them down. Okay, stretch them up, lift up through your belly and lower down. One more time, stretch up, lift through your belly and then lower down and straighten your legs. Walk yourself all the way back out, downward facing dog. Okay, now take your knees to the floor. Okay, walk your hands a little bit further out in front of you and send your chest down. So you're in puppy dog pose. Okay, now press into your hands, lift your armpits up. As you lift your armpits up, pull your hands back and send your chest forward. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, another full breath in. Full breath out. Keep pulling from your hands back towards your shoulders, lift up, and then send your chest a little lower. So you should feel a pretty big stretch through your upper body. Okay, now come forward onto your forearms. Okay, so your elbows come down to the floor. Curl your toes under, lift your knees up, and you're in dolphin pose, also known as forearm dog. Okay, now this might feel like a lot, and if you need a little bit more support, you can grab a block and hold it in between your hands. Okay, but give your forearms a squeeze. Push down through your forearms, lift up through your hips, and send your chest lower to the floor. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, then lower your knees back down. Okay, and then lift your elbows up so your arms can stretch out again and send your chest down. So you're going into that puppy dog pose one more time. Okay, now the more you press into your hands, the more you can lift up to your armpits. Then see if you can take your chest lower. You might discover your chest can come all the way to the floor. Your chin might lift. And that depends a lot on your shoulders, your neck. Okay, now pull your hands back slightly, forearms to the ground. Curl your toes under, lift your knees. Okay, so you're in dolphin pose one more time. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, one more full breath in. And then lower your knees down to the floor. Sit back on your heels and just give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Whew. Oh, super fun. Okay, now step your left leg forward into a lunge. Okay, left leg forward. Reach for your right foot with your right hand for a little quad stretch. If that feels like too much, keep your foot on the floor. Hands at your hips. Lift your chest. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, if you're holding onto your foot, let it go. Hands down, lift your right knee, straighten your left leg. Don't worry about your right heel coming down. If it does, great. If it doesn't, great. Okay, focus more on squeezing your legs toward one another and pushing the floor away. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Right leg up to meet your left leg back. Put your left knee down. Reach back for your left foot with your left hand. Okay, or keep your foot on the ground, hands at hips. I'm going to do holding onto my foot this time since I did the other on the other side. Give your legs a squeeze, lift your chest, and you do not have to worry about reaching your arm up. You're doing plenty where you are. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. If you're holding onto your foot, release it. Lift your left knee, straighten your right leg, and fold. Full breath in. Full breath out. Okay, one more full breath in. And this time, place your hands on the ground, step back, downward facing dog. So we're going to do one more little fun flow in your downward facing dog. And you're going to move from downward facing dog into Navasana or boat pose. So how you're going to do that is this. Draw your right knee up towards your chest, turn to the left. Okay, lower your butt down, extend, right leg up, left leg and right hand up. Put your left foot back down, right hand down, lift your hips, push back to dog. Okay, lift your left knee up, turn to the right, lower your butt down, extend your left leg up, left hand and right leg, put your foot and your hand down, push up, down dog. Okay, so you're going to turn to the left, right knee in, butt down, extend your right leg up, left leg, right hand, lower your foot and hand, push up, down dog, go to the right, turn, butt down, left leg up, left hand, right foot up, right foot down, left hand down, push up, and just move through this flow a little bit. So if you need to watch it a few times to see what's going on, You can always pause this and watch. Woo. But you're going from down dog, twisting, butt down, up into Navasana, and finding the same shape in Navasana that you have in dog. Okay? So one more time to the right and to the left. And then next time you're back in dog, pause there. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your knees to the floor. Child's pose. And then sit up on your heels. And that is about a 10-minute yoga practice for you. So maybe a little bit longer. Hopefully that you enjoyed it, and hopefully you see just one way that you can use downward facing dog as a springboard into another pose, in particular Navasana, and some of the ways that I built up there. So some of the ways that I built up there were opening your shoulders, right? Creating a little bit more movement in your shoulders, creating that swiveling action with your legs in table pose first so that you got used to it, and also just giving your upper body a little bit more movement before you got into one where your whole arm had to turn. Right? So giving you just a little bit more dynamic action through your entire body so that you can make that flow at the end work really smoothly. You got a little quads and a little hamstrings in too, but mostly it was about moving your shoulders and moving your torso. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of this video once you do it and how it supports you as you move forward into your practice. And as always, thank you for getting here on your mat with me. Until the next time. Bye.